I'm Sam.
I'm Miguel.
And this is the Didn't Anyone Mention podcast. What do you got for me today?
I guess, yeah. Well, I have this story, another one that came across TikTok. So.
The Tic Tac.
I know. I forget the TikTok page. I think it's called like Urban American Horror or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Had a bunch of different. It's where we found the Urkenrot and the the Alaskan kids are the Urkenrot.
It was like just random. Oh, I found the Hello Kitty one on that one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
So that page.
It's called Urban America.
Urban America, yeah. So they did one on. She's called La Mala Hora.
Okay.
Did you come across that one?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So it translates roughly into English as the bad hour.
Okay.
The evil hour, whatever you want to call it.
The witching hour.
Yeah, some people call it that.
Okay.
But that's what we're doing today's episode on.
Love it.
And at the end of this, you'll know how to know, like if you're traveling through New Mexico at night alone and you encounter a woman, I'll show you how to evade her.
Like La Llorona kind of like woman?
So it's actually very similar to La Llorona, but it's not the same.
Okay.
Not the same. So I have the whole lore of it, kind of.
Heck yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, she's a spirit or a woman, one of the two, who haunts the streets of New Mexico or country crossroads. Okay?
Okay.
And you might be asking yourself, okay, what does she do? Like what is she known for?
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
It's said that she's a wicked spirit or a demon.
Wicked. Okay.
And she targets those who travel alone. It waits in the darkness of country crossroads, and it changes shape. And when you first spot her, as you're driving alone at night, you might not even recognize what she is. She'll first appear as like a black lump, off the side of the road, kind of just there, and then eventually she'll transform into...
Oh, like over miles? Or over...
No. Like, you know when you glance over and you're like, what the hell is that? But then you take your eyes away?
Uh-huh.
If you were to lock eyes with her, like, oh, what the hell is that? And then as you keep your eyes on that black lump, it'll turn into a variety of different shapes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so you might notice that the lump starts to change shape, color, form, bigger and smaller. Just, it's not staying the same, right?
Interesting.
But from sightings, she almost looks like, at first, like a wispy cotton ball covered in a black shroud over top.
Okay.
That's what she looks like when you first spot her.
Pretty. Okay.
Right? Kind of got a good image about it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine it, but I don't know. And if you see her final form, it's said that her beauty is hypnotizing.
Oh, no. Like the classical.
The classic.
Yeah, the classic. Just can't look away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You see her final form, and she's hypnotizing because she's so darn pretty. I don't know what could be hypnotizing.
Darn tootin' cutie.
But then as soon as you're locked in, if you're hypnotized after seeing her freaking beauty.
She's a little sirenish.
Yeah,
I guess she doesn't call them, but...
Yeah. After she paralyzes you, she runs at you super fast and suffocates you.
Damn, that sucks.
And paralyzes you.
That sucks.
So then you just die there, breathless and paralyzed.
Well, like, you would have had to pull over, right?
That's a good point. I never got that far. I'm assuming yes.
Because you just suffocate and die like that. Like, is there any, like, evidence of that, I guess? Because, like, cause of death would be an accident, right?
So there was one, actually. And I don't know if it was just too much of a trusting wife.
Okay.
But her husband was on a business trip in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And he was found on the side of the road suffocated. And she attributed it to Mala Hora.
Interesting.
So there was not a whole lot of cases on this, and believe it or not, I took it to the streets of Reddit, okay, and I got a bunch of different responses.
Okay.
Some of the majority of them were like, I've never heard of this. This is just like, this is fake. So I don't know what urban America's doing or where it's finding these things.
Dude, I found a couple ones where they're like completely like just made up.
Yeah.
Like completely made up, which, I mean, power to you for creativity, but like also, or they're based off a video game, or like they're not actual urbans, they're just like make-believe characters.
Yeah. So this one it had folklore to it, but it wasn't necessarily like if you look it up on Google, you look up Mala Hora, whatever, it'll say people in New Mexico will say, es cosa mala, which means like it's a bad thing or it's an evil thing, right? Everybody that commented on my Reddit was like, huh? Who's that? What's that?
Okay.
Like,
okay.
So really nobody knew about it. The closest thing I got was there was a Redditor that commented that said, I moved here from Colorado.
To New Mexico?
Yeah, to New Mexico. And in Colorado, the reason I moved is because this owl creature person would come to my window every night.
That's why he moved from Colorado?
Yeah, to New Mexico.
Skinwalker, bro.
Yeah, but he was, I'm assuming it's a guy, but he was convinced that this owl like would come in different shapes and like every night would be a different creature to his window, and he's like, I'm done. So that's about as crazy as I got. Like, I didn't.
That's kind of actually terrifying. That could be a lot of things that we have talked about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of.
But like, what would you do? What would you do in that scenario?
Dude, first off, it depends on not how crazy, quote unquote, but like how you want to take it. You could take that as, oh, this is like FBI, like military kind. You could take it that way, like, oh.
Especially if it comes as a bird, because we all know birds.
That's what I'm saying. So that's a thing. You could think, oh, it's an alien checking me out, like taking different
I would believe
forms.
that over birds, alien, or birds, government bird.
Or you have those like little creatures, right? The ones that take like skin of the animal. What was the one you talked about?
What?
You talked about one.
Oh, the Oahe Mountain cannibals.
Yeah. They would be like, isn't the Oahes? No, they're not through Colorado. Colorado. I don't know why I said it like that.
They probably have their own little people though.
Yeah. Or even like, yeah, that's creepy. That is creepy. But I just amounted to a skinwalker.
I would amount to a skinwalker. You know what's crazy? So actually, while I was doing more research in this, so there's skinwalker folklore, right?
We did Skinwalker Ranch.
We did skinwalker, but we haven't done the skinwalker.
Skinwalker in general.
There's skinwalker folklore in North America, right? The Wendigo, right? In Mexico, they have their own skinwalker. Which, if you think about it...
is it... no, that's different.
It's all...
Chupacabra?
No.
Is the little beast. They made a little...
Chupa.
Chupa. Yeah, it was actually really cute. It was a really cute Netflix movie.
But, if you think about it...
What is it called?
It was called Chupa.
No, the Mexico...
I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember, but if you think about it, before there was this America-Mexico border, it was all just tribal land. You know? Of course these stories were all over the place. South America and all. Yeah. You know?
Well, that's what... We've brought it up so many times. It's funny how, like, different areas have pretty much the same exact thing.
Dude, it's like Hawaii even. Like, it's so disconnected, but it has little people.
Yeah.
It has... I'm sure shapeshifter. I mean Maui.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Are you basing that off of Moana?
100%. And I hope that's factual because I have no idea.
That's
all I know is that he's in charge of all the elements. What can you say besides you're welcome? He's just your average demigod.
Elements is what
that's what
I would amount it to.
The rain, the snow,
natural phenomenons.
Oh yeah, the natural phenomena. I'm trying to remember the song right now.
I just watched it not that long ago.
Anyways. Where was I? Oh, here
I know
we
I
are.
distracted you.
So now.
Okay.
So she's running at you, and then she's just so darn beautiful that you can't look away. She suffocates you. Maybe if you pull over. Also, if you're alone, why the fuck would you pull over?
Yes and no. I get it.
What
you saw somebody. No.
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 No, I'm not pulling over.
Personally, never would do it. But like, the people are like, "Oh my gosh, there's this woman on the side of the road. Let's pull over."
Nah, fuck that.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck that, dude.
I'm telling you.
We've already told the story of how Miguel saw.
La Llorona. I'll never forget. It's like as soon as you said it, like I remember.
I know you always get chills when that happens.
Yeah.
So I know, like, no, never, ever. Well, I do it, but some people are just. I wouldn't say ignorant, but maybe they just don't think about this kind of stuff or don't care about this kind of stuff, and they'd be like, "Oh,
yeah, they don't care about life."
Like, could you imagine just like not thinking about this stuff?
Yeah,
I can't. Like, I've always thought about it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could totally live my life without it.
Like, you could just like not believe in a ghost. Like, never. You'd be like, that's not real. You pull over on the side. That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, like, me as a person, I'm not pulling over to pick you up.
No, even a kid kind of freaks me out because...
The black-eyed children.
Yes. Black-eyed children or shapeshifters or, like, even, like, a little ghost. Like, it kind of freaks me out. Like, realistically, how often is a kid away from their parent? Especially nowadays.
So do we just need to carry holy water in our cars from now on?
I know.
Like, hey, I'll give you a ride, but just take a drink of this water.
Like a solid, like, supernatural. Like, just, like, throw the holy water on them. Throw some salt on them. Yeah. Have, like, some pure silver in our pocket. Just, like, okay, you passed.
We're basing everything off supernatural. Okay.
Maybe they know something we don't, okay? Maybe. It went on for, like, 20 seasons. But, no, but, like, either wrong. Way, salt... They, like, say... It's just, like, a salt, iron, and holy water is just, like, always kind of been around, though.
Yeah, dude. But regardless, I'm not stopping anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
If I'm alone...
walking. Hitchhiker, first off, not even supernatural. Fucking murderers?
Dude. I'm not picking anybody up.
I don't care if you're a woman. I don't care if you're a man. You could kill me.
I could drive a Ford Transit van with 12 open seats, and I could drive right past you, and I wouldn't even think twice. I swear to God.
You're not wrong. I'd be like, damn, that sucks.
I drive, and you know what I would do? I'd put my sunglasses on, and I would look at them, but they don't know I'm looking at them. I'd be like, that sucks.
I would look at them and be like, sucker.
Really? You would look at them?
Yeah.
Boom, you're dead.
Well, not this girl.
Don't pick random people up.
Please don't.
Unless you want to, I guess, but like...
No, maybe I just don't really know if I want to do serial killer, but that's straight up... I can't remember who it is. Straight up a serial killer that I know. Not that I know personally, but like...
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what you do on your
You're just like, oh my God.
I was about to say, like, damn, who is it?
No, I've heard about it. I can't remember what his name is. But straight up...
Wasn't it Dahmer?
Say it's in Colorado. Dahmer, is it Dahmer? No, not Dahmer. What's his name?
I know who you're thinking of. I can't. We'll come back to it.
The one who killed in Idaho.
Bundy.
Thank you.
Ted Bundy.
Dang. He would try to get people to come back to his car. He's like, oh, I need help. My arm, my leg's broken. I need help.
Broken. Well, I'm gonna break the other one, Ted Bundy. Don't fucking come at me with that shit.
Talk about him ruining it for everybody.
Dude, seriously.
Like, oh, you need help? Out to your car? I can open the doors for you.
No, I'm not even doing it.
Well, oh, you need help out to your car? I'll hit the handicap button for you. Let the doors open.
I'm not even doing that. Actually, I would do that. I would do
that. But then you're like, oh, help me. No, I really can't.
Will you take these groceries to my car? No. I read the news.
Have you heard of Ted Bundy? I'm good.
It's some granny that just... It's like some granny that actually means well. She's like struggling. You're like,
You're like, you could have a middle-aged man about to pop up behind me and throw me in this van. Sorry, can't.
Sorry. Also, if you get a call from the IRS, it's not the IRS. Just as a parting note for you.
If they say that your grandson is stuck in jail, he's not.
He's not.
If they say they need access to your phone because you have a virus, you don't.
That's the only thing I'm helping you with.
Yeah, by the way, just free advice.
So have fun, Rita.
Rita,
my coins. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, get back to this. Okay, so now I've said this 3 times now. She comes at you, suffocates you, whatever. Okay. Now, if you manage to escape her, okay, and you see her in her final form, which is a beautiful...
So you're saying like she runs at you and you escape?
There's a way.
Oh, okay. Tell me.
Oh,
how.
I'll get you there.
Does she only do men, or?
I don't know. It seemed from all my reading that it was exclusively men.
Suckers.
Yeah, but now we have a lot more gays. So like, kind of everybody's vulnerable now.
Yeah. What if it's like? Yeah, I wonder if it's just like, oh, she's attractive, that kind of a thing, or do you think
What do you mean?
If you're like, oh, she's attractive, I want to bang her, like that, or if she's like, she's attracted to you, she wants a man.
Oh, I don't know.
So you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you
what
could
if
ask her, I guess.
Yeah, I'll ask her next time I see her.
You should. It'd be good to have some insight like that.
Yeah, exactly. I'll let you guys know.
So if you manage to escape her in her final form, it's a death omen.
I see that. I could see that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's either you or someone you know will die. And you, like, regardless, you're going to be driven insane forever. Like, you're going to be, like, seeing things, hearing things, like, you're going to go insane.
Okay. Death omens kind of trip me out.
Why?
Are they death omens? Because people are like, oh, I saw this, so I knew it was a death omen. But what about people who saw them and died? Or who didn't die? And it wasn't a death omen for them. They just lived their life.
Well, then it was somebody they knew died, maybe.
Well,
right?
But if they didn't know, like, I guess, like, how do you know that one occurrence was a death omen? Like, for people who believed it or not. So what, only people who believe got that warning? People who didn't believe, like, what if, like, nobody died? Like, nobody good, nobody close, not them.
And I think that's probably where the story of La Mala Hora fizzled.
I see it.
Because, I don't want to say fizzled, because it seems like her lore is still out there, that some people still know her.
Uh-huh.
But it's definitely not as big as La Llorona. Like, nowhere near as big.
I think,
right?
I think she just has a story. Like, she has an origin.
And a lot of people know that origin, right? She drowned her babies.
Yeah, that's rough, dude. That makes me, like, sick.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Like, you can imagine that grievance, right?
I can't, because I don't know how to, I just can't, like, wrap my brain around it. Like, how you do that.
I couldn't tell you. I haven't done it either, believe it or not. So, how can you tell if this weird woman that's coming at you in the middle of the night, you might be desperate. You might be thinking, damn. She got
Sweetie, swootie, I'm coming for that booty.
Dang, bro, give me some of that ghost ussy.
Oh my gosh. They don't think
Take me to the afterlife, baby. Anyways. You look at her feet.
What, she got those dogs loose or what?
No, her dogs are going to be pointing the other way.
Like
her feet are backwards.
Oh, like a dream where you look at your fingers and you're like, oh, I have 6 fingers. It's a dream.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Or like you try to read in a dream and you're like, oh, I can't.
I've never done that. I've never got that far.
Oh.
You read in your dreams
for
fun?
I try to look at words. I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming.
What?
Because it's not like actual words.
Or is it?
Dude, I actually know somebody who like lucid dreams, to where she lucid dreams so much. Sometimes she's like, I can't figure out what's real or not, so I have to find something tangible to like realize I'm not dreaming.
Bro, did I ever tell you about the story I had when I was trying to lucid dream?
The one where
So this is gonna be super off topic.
I'm pretty sure you said it.
No, it's a different one.
Oh.
But we'll finish the episode, and at the end, if you guys want to listen to it, I'll tell it at the end.
Sounds great. I like it.
So yeah, you look at her feet. You look at her feet, and if her toes are pointing the opposite way of you, that's how you know.
But what if it pointed at you?
Well, then she's probably a real person. I don't know. Don't pull over. Don't stop.
There's this lady. She's real. She's just out there, like, just like pretending to be this girl, and they're like, oh my god, I have to run her over or something. Like, what do you do? Dang.
Yeah, look at her
feet. Okay.
And so, took a little bit of digging, but I found, I think, the origins of this story. And there's a lot of disputed origins of the story. It didn't start in New Mexico.
Where did it start? Mexico or what?
In Mexico.
Okay, I was going to say.
In Chiapas.
Where's that?
I don't know. Southern Mexico, over by Panama.
Oh, dang. So, like,
yep,
down there.
So yeah, the story originates in Chiapas, Mexico, or Chiapas. That's what I'm going to call it, Mexico. And it was rediscovered by Thomas Kaufman. And so the story goes, so he translated the story from a dying Mayan language called Mocho.
Oh, cool.
So this is the story that he got.
So it's kind of hard though because it's a dying language. So like translation is usually not.
Yeah. Good. So it's a dying Mayan language spoken in Chiapas, and so he translated it over to English. So this is the story I have. It's a pretty brief story. So I'll read the notes that I have. So a man from Motozinla. He had a girlfriend, and one night he ran away to visit her.
Okay.
And he ran into a woman on the road, and he said, "Hey, she looks like my girlfriend. I'm gonna go run into her. She might be my girlfriend, right?" And little did he know, it wasn't her. So at the time, he didn't know it was his girlfriend, right? And Mala Hora said, "Since you were coming to see me, I came out to meet you." And he said, or I came out to meet you. I brought everything. Let's run away. That's what Mala Hora said. Right, let's run away. And the guy said, "Are you serious?" And he was freaking pumped, bro. He's saying, "I can't believe it. Like, I'm so lucky. You know, like, damn, dude, I'm about to get froggy tonight." You know what I mean? And as his eyes started to adjust out in the middle of the night, he's like, his eyes were like, you know, like adjusting to the nighttime. And he's like, hey, he was thinking in his mind, like, she doesn't look like my girlfriend. And I'm like, her face is a little too pale, whatever. Like, her hair is a little too long, whatever it was. And then he noticed that her feet were pointing backwards. And he was like, "You're not my girlfriend." But Mala Hora insisted, like, "Yes, I'm your girlfriend. Now let's go before my dad comes. Like, let's go." Classic, right?
Romeo, Juliet.
Dude, right? And he kept on saying, like, "You're not my girlfriend." Like, "No, you're not." And she kept on insisting, "Yes, I am. Yes, I am." Like, "Let's go." "Yes, I am. I'm your girlfriend." Damn, dude. Reminds me of middle school.
Stop.
And the guy, he said, "No, you don't fool me." And this part is so funny. He put a blindfold over her and then started beating the shit out of her.
This is what it translated to?
Yeah, that's what he said. He put a blindfold over her and started to beat the shit out of the demon until she ran away. Okay, so the next day.
A blindfold. Okay.
Right? As if a demon has been blindfolded, you know?
I could see it maybe lost in translation, like he you know, threw like a rag on her, like threw a blanket, like a coat, like threw it on her face, and then like, you know, like, like to startle someone, like you throw something on them to cover their head and then like
beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe it was lost in translation.
Maybe it was. But the guy said, no, you don't. Or no, I already told you that part. Beat the shit out of her. But then the next day, so he went back home and he was all shooken up a little bit. So he went to bed. And the next day he got up and he said, I'm going to go see the priest. So he went to the priest with a sewing needle in hand. And he said, priest, I need you to bless this. Bless it. And the priest did it, blessed it, did his thing, right? And then he stuck it in his pocket and he waited for nighttime. And he took to the streets again. And he went to the same.
Find this baby.
Dude, he did. He went back to the streets, found Mala Hora, but instead of resisting this time, he's like, "You're my girlfriend. Let's go. Let's go. Let's run away." So he went with her, and they ended up going some distance. I couldn't pinpoint it exactly.
New Mexico.
They ended up going some distance, and they ended up at a river glen, which is kind of a calm spot of a river, if you think about it.
Okay.
So they stopped there to take a little rest, right? And so he ended up, pulling off his bag, whatever, and he started getting a little frisky with Mala Hora. He started putting his arms around her, feeling her up, started maybe rubbing up on her neck a little bit, but he had the sewing needle in his hand, and he fucking stabbed her underneath the rib, and then she was paralyzed. She couldn't move because that blessed sewing needle held her in place. So after he knew she was stuck, she couldn't move, he ran back to town as fast as he could, got the priest. This part drives me nuts, dude. He got the priest, he came back, she was still there, stuck, paralyzed, stuck.
Okay.
And the priest said, go get a branch and hit her. So he pulled the branch off, pulled it up way over his head, dude, looked at her and was like, oh, dude, I'm about to get a freaking gnarly swing going. And he comes up and he slams it down as hard as he could. And before it hit her, she disappeared.
Dang. It's like a wooden stake for a vampire.
That is the story.
That's it?
That's the story.
Oh, man.
I know, it's a little rough, huh?
She's paralyzing dude because of what's his name? Freaking stabbed him with a sewing needle.
Yeah. So, well, as far as it goes to New Mexico, it doesn't really originate there. And most people don't know about it. And most generational families that are there don't know about it. That's what I got from Reddit.
Cool.
I wish I had some first-hand accounts for you. I don't today.
Dang. I was amped up.
I know.
I thought you had some.
I know. Although,
dang. But that is still good. It's still great. It's still a really good one. Dang. That is crazy.
Yeah. When I was reading the origin story of it, I was like, there's no way a sewing needle.
I know.
Bless this sewing needle.
Yeah. That doesn't make any sense at all. I guess it's inconspicuous, but I guess you could even put a knife in your pocket and make it look inconspicuous.
Yeah.
You don't need a massive one. You could just use a little one.
People that are allergic to garlic, I'm like...
It already seems a little vampire-esque.
Dude, I know. I'm like...
let's just,
Do you want to go
stab her with a stake?
I know,
And if she only comes out at night, she's a freaking vampire, bro. She's running at you. She's a vampire.
I wonder where the origins of vampire came from. Was it Count Dracula?
Honestly, I think there's a lot of... Maybe we'll have to look into it. I feel like there is a lot of blood to do with, blood. People drinking blood or...
I wonder...
sacrificial or whatever. Yeah. But I think Dracula is, kind of like Frankenstein in that sense of where it, just kind of started and...
Yeah, what's crazy to me is
horror fiction.
People think back in the day before America was a thing, these tribal lands were just at peace with each other. And it was absolutely not.
Of course not.
It was not. Even within its own village, the Aztecs believed that if blood stopped flowing, it'd be the end of the world. They'd sacrifice over 50,000 people a year just to keep the blood flowing.
That's so crazy.
And
I would be scared.
Dude.
I think I would be sacrificed.
And it wasn't virgins that got I don't know who got sacrificed.
Why did that come to your brain?
Because I feel like every time it's like, she's a virgin. And it's like, all of a sudden she has special powers.
I think it's like
no, bro, she just ugly.
think it's like a cleanliness thing.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
because even with like marriage, they're like, you have to be pure.
Pure for marriage.
Yeah, bro. Whew. Sheesh. Anyways, tell us about your dream.
My dream. What was I gonna say?
Your lucid dream thing.
Oh yes. So when I was like, okay. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of that episode.
Okay.
But I do have a little story I'm gonna tell. So if you want to stick around, great. If not, it was nice knowing you. Don't pick up people.
Yeah, don't pick up people, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah, we will. So when I was like, gosh, I want to say 15, 14 years old, maybe.
Oh,
I started reading about lucid dreaming, and in my
yeah.
mind, I was like, "That's freaking cool! Like, I wanna do that." So literally almost every night up until that one night, I would lay in bed. What I would do is I would roll up a little pillow underneath my neck to lengthen it, right? Mm-hmm. And I would sit there with my eyes closed, and I would. You ever heard of binaural beats?
Like music, or
it's not music. It's like they're waves, sound waves that are supposed to activate lucid dreaming. It's what they say.
Oh, that's what you listen to.
So that's what I would listen to, and it literally would sound like whoa 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 whoa, but like coming from one side of your ear. Anyways, so that's what I would listen to, trying to freaking lucid dream. Mm. So I would lay there in bed, and I remember like most nights I would just end up fucking falling asleep, and I'd wake up the next day. Damn it. Dude, just so mad.
I can see
like,
it now.
Damn it. Fuck, I couldn't do it. So then I was like, fuck, I just have to make myself a little uncomfortable. That way I don't fall asleep, but I can like... What I read was... This might be a little bit of a long episode. Or this part of it, because there was a lot to it. So what I read was, if you can stand still enough and trick your mind into thinking your body's asleep... then that's when you can start lucid dreaming.
Because your mind's awake.
Because your mind's awake, but it thinks your body's asleep. So you'd sit there and like your body would test itself every now and then with an itch or like a twitch every now and then. You have to resist that. So I would lay there and I would literally develop itches, random places, and I had to fight it, dude. Or yawns, or like itching was the worst. And so I would lay there, just resist it, dude. Anyways, I got to a point where I was like pretty disciplined, but I could fucking never lucid dream. One night, I was laying there, and I resisted all the urges. No itches, no twitches, no nothing. And I was listening to my binaural beats, and then all of a sudden, I opened my eyes, and I couldn't move. Like I was stuck.
I hate lucid dreaming.
No, like it wasn't lucid dreaming. It was, I was
awake. That's what I'm saying. I don't like that. That freaks me out.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
So like I opened my eyes, and like I tried to move my arm, but it was like it wasn't there. It was
that
just
part of your brain literally just shut off.
Yeah. And if you've ever experienced sleep paralysis...
That's what it is, sleep paralysis. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it freaks me out.
It's like a state where you're mentally awake, but your dreaming is happening to you, but in real life. So, yeah. So, the other story that I told was that in my parents' bedroom, like when I was watching with my little brother, and then there was a fisherman in the yellow jacket. This was different, in which it was just the black figures around me. And, like, I was, like, awake, dude. And I couldn't move.
See, I remember that one. I remember the fisherman one.
Oh. Yeah, this was in my bedroom. Like,
I know.
Growing up.
I know.
And, dude, like, Dude, I remember... Fuck, man. I remember, like, trying to move or, like, make a noise with my mouth. You couldn't do it.
I hate that. I hate that. Ugh.
So then, like, I remember seeing, like, all these figures, but, like, even moving your eyes was hard. Like, you pretty much just looked ahead, and then things happened around, in your peripheral, which probably contributed to the fact that maybe it didn't actually happen. Maybe my mind was making things up. Anyways, I closed my eyes again, and I woke myself up, and I could move again. And that was the last time I ever tried that.
I mean, I don't know why you wanted to do it in the first place.
But, like, I don't know. Like, lucid dreaming sounds so cool because I don't dream as is.
I know, you don't dream.
Maybe I do, but I just don't remember it. I think
I
think it's my sleep apnea. I don't
think you go far enough in to sleep. Yeah, I know. I know, and I dream all the time.
I know, must be nice.
I know.
Have I told my La Llorona story on here?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. If not, I guess, let us know on Instagram, but I'm pretty positive you have. I think it was like... Because I don't know if we've done her stories, but I think it might have been
an early episode.
It was an early one, yeah.
Yeah, it was like single-digit episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of, we got to do something for our 50th episode. We're about 18 away.
Oh, yeah. So we're a little ways away, but that's pretty exciting.
It is.
Yeah, so let us know if you want anything specific. Very cool.
So that's my little story.
Yeah.
If you have lucid dreaming experiences, please DM us at Didn't Anyone Mention. That's on Instagram.
Yeah.
And we would love to share your story.
Yeah. Or if it's even longer and if you want to like write it up in an email, didn't anyone mention at gmail.com.
Yeah. If you have any like lucid dream or scary stories, man, please
or like
let us know.
like some kind of like lore or something, or like a first-hand encounter from you. Because like we did that, St. Ignatius. I had a friend that was like, dude, you have to do it about this place. And that's where we found that one. So we find some pretty cool stuff off of that. So please send it to us.
If you have anything, like, no matter where you are in the country, if there's like a local legend or local lore.
Yeah. Anywhere in the country or countries. Like, I guess on the entire earth, which is kind of weird to think that, the earth. Anywhere on the earth.
Anywhere on the earth.
Yeah, that kind of feels a little...
Feels a little braggy.
That feels a little braggy, but we do have different countries. So if you are even at a different country, I'll find it. I'll do some research.
Yeah. Well, see you guys in the next one.
See ya.